Hello everybody, welcome to the commentary video for Ask Mario Episode 3. Let's get the show on the road. By the way, I hope some of you appreciate the fact that I bought a red hoodie so I can look just like I do in Ask Mario, you know, red hoodie and all.
Coming to you live from the Mushroom Kingdom, it's Ask Mario!
Hello, Nintendo fans!
So this was a very special episode of Ask Mario because it's the very first one with Tyler Fultz voicing Bowser.
Bowser? What's the matter?
Why, nothing's the matter, Mario. Everything is just peachy. See what I did there?
And some of you might be wondering why I even got a new voice actor to play Bowser in the first place. The reason is because I think my Mario and Luigi voices are pretty darn good, but my Bowser voice, I don't know. I think it's good, but not great. And I spent a lot of time looking up different Bowser voices online, and after a lot of searching, I finally found a video with Tyler voicing Bowser in a comic dub. I tried to find it on YouTube. I think the person who uploaded it privated it or took it down, so I don't think I can share it anymore. But yeah, it was a really adorable comic dub with Peach actually wanting to come over to Bowser's place and play with Junior, and Bowser was like, "Bowser doesn't recall having Princess Peach over," and yeah, I just really thought Tyler did a great job with the Bowser voice in that video. So yeah, I contacted him, and the rest is history. He's been a really great help on the show. He does a really good job with just coming up with funny lines right on the spot. Like whenever I write these videos, I have a script, but sometimes he'll just improv new lines on the spot and make lines that I wrote even funnier with extra words. He's brought a lot to the show, I think. I'm really happy to have him aboard. And coming up right here, this is one of my all-time favorite moments on Ask Mario.
Room with the letter L above the door.
Oh, you're welcome. I like to label my prison cells accordingly. M for moron chamber, W for waste of space, and I prepared the loser room especially for you. Ha 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 ha.
Just that right there. The way he delivered M for moron chamber. I freaking love that for some reason.
You are guys who are so concerned with being cool that they wear shades indoors. Oh, wow. I know. Pathetic, right?
My version of Mario is definitely more on the sassy side. He's way more, he definitely likes to screw with people more. He's kind of, my version of Mario is a little, bit more like Sonic now that I think about it. Usually when people, make fan parodies of Mario, they either go with, they go with the original version of Mario, in which he doesn't really have much character. He's just very cute and like, oh, hello, I'm like this, there's the version where he's way more, where he's has a bit more of a no-nonsense kind of attitude, sort of like from the original comics in Nintendo Power, and then there's a bit more of a cocky version of Mario, like in the Dorkly videos, or even here, and I think, I try to have a balance with Mario. I don't want him to be too cocky, because I don't want him to stray too far away from his character. Not that Mario even has much of a personality in the games. He's kind of a blank slate for the player to relate to. So, you know, it's an interesting balance with Mario. I want him to still have a heart and not be too mean to anybody, but have him kind of like to tease people a bit. I try to have him tease Bowser only when Bowser says something egotistical to deserve it, you know.
Well, Mr. or Miss Alley Cat, it's quite simple. The economy of my kingdom.
By the way, was that Cookie Cat in that profile picture? I think it was Cookie Cat from Steven Universe.
Job title and skill level. But even if I didn't have any treasure,
the wavy picture thingies from Super Mario 3D Land. I'm glad Prosopia Gaming happened to record all those.
Hypothetically, if you didn't have any treasure, why would your minions continue to work for you?
Duh! I'd force them to! And if they even think about deserting, I'd just imprison them! Gotta keep spare food for the chain chomps, you know!
You know, I don't think they've ever explained why coins are just randomly just scattered all throughout the Mushroom Kingdom. I think their economy is a little out of whack.
Stay out of the kitchen!
You know, if
For can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Oh, and as usual, I go as far out of my way as possible to show footage of Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of kids nowadays who have never even touched that game, and I don't blame them. I mean, it's hard to get a copy of it. They go for so much money on eBay, so you know, I just want to spread awareness of it because I love that game. It's one of my all-time favorites.
Clown car.
Oh, that little beauty! I made it myself! I forced some of my minions to build it for me!
so you
One of my artists, Jason, aka Eternal Apprentice, aka DoJayMi, that's his brand new name. He actually sent in a question all about the Koopa Clown car, and it might show up on Ask Mario sometime soon. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
More for Junior and the Koopalings by making my minions make some more for Junior and the Koopalings! Oh, those mini clown cars look awesome in Smash Brothers!
I gotta admit, those clown cars.
Ah man, those like character reveal trailers are so awesome. I love it when they go all out with the CG. You can tell they really put a lot of effort into these trailers.
Fighting game. I'd rather rack up KOs like a real man, with nothing but my 2 fists.
And fire. And large bottom.
Exactly.
That's a line right there. I'm probably not gonna make too many more jokes about body types going forward. I mean, it's a pretty mild joke. Just and large bottom. You have a large bottom. Probably not gonna make a whole lot of jokes like that going forward. You know, it's. I want my channel to generally be a place people can come to get away from negativity of any kind and just have a good laugh and enjoy themselves. You know, I try to be relatively wholesome with my content. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel a little bad about having Mario say that line, but I don't think it's awful, but I'm probably going to refrain from making jokes like that going forward.
Family to me. Junior's my son.
This is a really interesting thing right here. Just the fact that the Koopa kids aren't actually his kids. I actually make sure to do as much research as I can when answering questions like this. I try to make them as factual as possible, but only if there is an answer. Like sometimes I do just make stuff up. But in general, yeah, I try to be as factual with what the creators of Mario say. And I find it interesting that the Koopa kids aren't actually Bowser's kids. Apparently, ever since Bowser Jr. was invented in Mario Sunshine, they retconned it and made it so that they're just random kids that he hired, but nobody really knows where the Koopa kids are from. Who knows who their parents are, or if they're even related.
Donato or Donato?
Oh, this is a really fun question right here. Luckily, there was YouTube footage of the Mario pinball games, and of course, I always ask for permission whenever I use YouTube footage provided by other people. Has anybody else watching this right now, have any of you ever played the Mario pinball games? They're kind of cool. I recently, a few years ago, I went to an arcade. There's a barcade not too far away from where I live. For those of you who don't know, a barcade is just an arcade where they serve drinks. And yeah, like they used to have a Mario pinball machine there that I thought was really cool. There were it was made in the early 90s, and yeah, and I was disappointed to find out that they removed it. I don't know, I saw like there was an Addams Family pinball game, some other random pinball games, and they got rid of the Mario one, and I was like, no bueno.
Storage unit. Maybe I'll bring it out sometime and give it a whirl.
Oh, please do. I would love to play it again, Luigi.
So would I, me. So would I. Of course, the employees eventually got rid of it for some stupid reason. Oh, sure. By the way, going forward, I'm definitely going to try and make it so all of the characters actually open their mouths and whenever they speak and have them closed when they're not speaking. I'm going to try and go for a bit more realism. Those of you who've seen Ask Mario Episode 9, you'll notice a few points where Mario and Luigi actually open and close their mouths accordingly. It'll take a little time to get all of the emotes drawn for them, but, you know.
Question.
Yeah, shut up, nerd!
All good things take time. Good things come to those who wait.
$50 is a 20-piece chicken nugget! You better not forget the spicy buffalo sauce this time!
This is one of the most popular jokes on the whole show, just Bowser loving chicken nuggets. I've talked about this in earlier commentary videos, but yeah. I think I see why. Just jokes about food are funny sometimes, even if they're not super clever. Love Life TM actually drew a picture of Bowser Jr. in a little chicken nugget container. I thought that was really cute.
Well, first tend to have a special place in my heart. I look back fondly on the arcade.
I've gotten so many comments from people saying, "Hey, Bowser, I stole all your chicken nuggets."
From those two, I remember New Super Mario Bros. DS was a pretty big deal. It was my first.
I have a question for you viewers. Which New Super Mario Bros. Game is your favorite? For me, it's either the first one or the one on Wii U. Probably the first one, because it was like the first of its kind, being the brand new 2D Mario series, and eventually it got kind of stale for me. Like with the one on Wii and 3DS, I was like, oh, you're just making the same game. Can you please give us something different? But still, when it first came out in 2006, it was cool because it's like, whoa, this is the first 2D game since Mario World or Mario Land 2?
Dementio!
Oh, don't remind me of Dementio. That adventure was not my favorite.
I do feel a little bad about posting spoiler content from the games. It's funny because generally Mario games aren't big on story, but some of the RPGs, like Super Paper Mario right here, I think Super Paper Mario has one of the best stories in any Mario game ever. Like, I'm not personally a huge fan of Super Paper Mario, but still, they did the story was absolutely incredible. I remember it was my birthday weekend. I was 14 years old, and I just spent the entire weekend playing that game. And by the time it was done and the credits started rolling, I stood up and I started clapping. I was like, whoa! Like, that was like something out of an anime. Holy crap! Is this a Mario game? Yeah, I feel a little bad about posting spoiler content from the end because I don't want to ruin it for other people, but I don't know. I might be a little more careful with that. I might post spoiler warnings going forward.
Hack into my bank account, you punk! Or I'll find where you live and sneak into your room while you're asleep!
I hope anybody who watches these videos don't take the threats too seriously.
Give him pink eye, maybe? I'd have to think it over. Yeah.
I'm actually kind of proud of that joke. I try not to go too crude with the humor in this show. Like, sometimes, like, I can't resist. Like having Bowser joke about taking flaming poops and stuff like that. But, I mean, sometimes I just, sometimes it's funny. You got to be careful with that kind of humor. Just sometimes it's like, yeah, whatever. Farts, poop, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Putting in just the right amount can be really funny, though.
Happily help her watch over the cosmos.
Oh, look, it's the princess that made it into Super Mario 3D World and not Daisy.
Babies. No.
I know there's some people who don't even want to buy the new 3D World Bowser's Fury pack because they didn't put Daisy in and they...
Turning into giant landmasses out in the middle of space. Wouldn't they rather be able to talk and move, have free will?
That's one of those questions that just kind of came to me while I was writing. I was like, wait a minute, why do Lumas want to do that? Like, what's the appeal? It almost kind of reminds me of Toy Story, where it's like, why do the toys in Toy Story like being held by a kid and like thrown around and like, hey, play with me, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I don't know. Things like this that people don't generally think too hard about. But then when you think about it, it's like, why do Lumas like turning into planetoids and stuff? Because they don't have a mouth, or like, do they still have a brain in there? They like having creatures just walking all over them?
You didn't play Luigi's Mansion 3?
We'll find out when Rosalina comes on the show someday. Maybe she'll explain it.
Surprised. I think Bowser is only interested in playing games that he's in.
Bullseye.
That's another little line that Tyler threw in. It is interesting how, from time to time, he comes up with lines that are even better than what I wrote. He basically says the same thing, but he'll just, like, change it around a bit and make it even funnier.
Oh, evil doppelgangers aren't that bad. Just punch them in the face over and over till they fall down. It's worked for me. Heck, that's how I solve most of my problems. Show me your moves.
Fan47 asks, to the Mario Bros, will anyone else be joining in the Q&A? Oh, someday. Someday. I will say this, I have hired even more artists to help out with the show now. I have about 5 or 6. So, other characters will be coming soon. I know it has taken a while, but, yeah, just drawing the artwork takes a while. I still need to write scripts for future episodes. I'm actually going to be working on episode 10 today after I do some other recording. But, yes, other guests will be coming soon, I promise.
Luigi?
How about instead of Ask Mario, we call it the incredibly handsome King of Awesome answers questions from his loyal fans?
I
think Bowser drew this in Microsoft Paint.
A show with that title must be high art. You should go on Vimeo instead.
Well, yeah, anything with me is high art. Vimeo, huh? We'll have to look into it.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm not.
Well, that's all we're doing for today. Be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button and bell icon to get notified when we release new episodes. Also, leave a comment below if you want a chance to hear us answer any questions you have.
Remember, questions from me will never be ignored. They're always top priority.
No, they aren't. Thank you so much for watching our show. See you next time.
All right, Tech Boy, I'm ready for my chicken nuggets.
They just arrived.
Oh, by the way, there.
Yeah, it still does look a little weird to me that the characters' mouths are closed when they're talking. That's something I will start to change going forward. Yep, and that's the commentary for Ask Mario Episode 3. Thank you to everybody who's helped me reach 8,000 subs. You're super awesome. And I think I'm going to go work on Ask Mario Episode 10 right now. Let's see if I can get that out before March begins. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.